Hello guys, welcome to Tech TPLM and welcome to the Flutter tutorial series. In the previous two videos we were discussing about the basic setup of Flutter, how to set up the Flutter in your computer, and we were discussing about what is Flutter and what are the benefits of using Flutter. In this tutorial we are going to discuss about how to create a new Flutter project and how to set up an emulator to run your project, run and test your project. And I'll be showing how to set up a real device also to running your project. Okay, so as your instructor, this is my duty to make sure that you won't miss any tutorial from me. So for that, what you have to do is make sure that you subscribe this channel and turn on the bell icon to get notified when new tutorial videos are uploaded. Okay, and please comment below your suggestions, or if you understand you can comment that, and if you have any doubts you can comment that. I will be addressing all of your comments without fail. Okay, so we will start the tutorial for today. Once you open your Android Studio, so you will be seeing a screen like this on your computer, Android Studio welcome screen. So in that, the second option here is start a new Flutter project. If you have done the setup correctly without fail, without any problem, you will see this option. If you have done the setup in a wrong way, you won't be having this option in your Android Studio. So if you have any doubts in this one, I would suggest you to go back to the previous two videos and watch that again. That will give you a clear idea about how to set up the Flutter in your computer. So for creating the new project, we'll go ahead and click this option, start a new Flutter project. So once you click the start a new Flutter project, you will get the dialog box called create new Flutter project. So here you can see there is options: Flutter application, Flutter plugin, Flutter package, Flutter module. So for us, we are making Flutter application, end user application, mobile applications, right? So we will be going with this one. So if you are making a plugin, like when you become a big Flutter programmer, you'll be able to make plugins, packages and modules. So once you reach there, you may use these options. For us now, the Flutter application is good because we are going to make mobile applications. So click on Flutter application and go ahead and click the next button. So once you click the next button, it will ask you for a project name. So you can give a name of your choice. So I'm just giving my first application. So make sure that you give the project name without space. So if you need a space, adjust it with the underscores, because once you make it as a package, space may give you some troubles. So then you can see Flutter Sdk Path. You remember in the last video we said we downloaded the Flutter SDK and extracted to the C:/src folder. So that path you have to give here. So if this path is not available here, what you can do is you can click this button and manually choose that path, go to C drive, go to src and choose what Flutter. So I have already chosen that. Now the third thing you have to do is you see project location. Project location is the place where you are going to make this project. So you can click this option and you can choose the location you like. For example, I'm choosing D:/my Flutter projects. So this project will be created in the D drive, my Flutter project folder. And you can see there is a description, new Flutter application. You can have you can change it or leave it, no problem, because this is optional. All right, so once you finish all these things, you can click the next button. Then you can see set the package name. So you can see if you have a website, better you give the website name here, because once you created the Flutter project, you are going to upload this project either to a Play Store or to the App Store, right? So when you're uploading this to the Play Store or App Store, the app name may conflict with the previous apps made by somebody. So it's better you keep your URL, your company's or your personal website. Otherwise you can keep this one like com.my first Flutter application. So the project name will be created, package name will be created like this. All right, then once you specify that, you can click the finish button, then the project will be created for you. So you can see the status here, creating the Flutter project. So it may take some time, depends on the speed of your computer. So if your computer is very fast, it will be doing in few seconds, or if your computer is a bit slow, it will be taking some time. So the best specification for Flutter application is like in terms of Intel, it is Intel Core i7 plus minimum 8 GB of RAM is recommended for Flutter development. So make sure that you use those kind of computer. Otherwise, what will happen, your project will be running really slow and it will be frustrating for you to cope up with the speed of the computer. So when you run, when you test, the Flutter will be responding slowly, or Android Studio will be responding slowly. So that may make you so uncomfortable. So minimum system requirement is 8 GB RAM. So once the project creation is done, you can see here, this is a tip. We don't need to see the tip again. So we close this one. So you can see this is your project created. See? So Android Studio give you a skeleton of the project. Skeleton means what? By default, they give you some codes. So you can either edit this code or you can make your own codes. Okay. So now there is some codes written. So we can try running this code. So you can see here there is an option called Avd Manager. So once you click that Avd Manager, you'll be able to see the phone, like the phone configured, the emulator configured. So I'm gonna open my phone. Okay, so it may take some time to open the phone. So you can see here the progress starting the AVD. So here you go. So here, this is my phone, so which I configured earlier. Don't worry, I'll be showing you how to configure the phone after this one. Okay, so once you open the emulator, this is called the emulator. This is a virtual device. This is not the real phone. This is a virtual device which is configured by me. So you can see here, this is the phone, SDK phone 86 ARM mobile. Then it is open now. To run your project, you click the run button. So once you click the run button, you can see in the console the status of your application launching on SDK phone and running Gradle, task, assemble, debug, all these things. The status will be visible here. It may take some time to install this application in this phone. So now the application installation is going on. It will take some time only once you run for the first time. So when you run for the first time, when you make changes in your code, it will be like what? It will be running much smooth, faster. So you can see here now the status is build is done and the application is installing. And here you go, you can see some changes in your mobile. See, Flutter demo home page. Then you can see there is a text and there is a button and there is a floating action button. So when I click this button, the code is working. See, correct? Okay, so this is the output of this code. Okay, so you can make changes once you finish learning, like you can make changes. For example, I can make changes like my application, and once I click this button, you can see here the app bar changes to my application, right? Okay, so we will learn about these things in detail later on. So now I'm going to show you how do we install. So basically what we have discussed so far is like how to create a new project and how to run your project in a emulator. Okay, so now I'm stopping this emulator, stopping this program by clicking the stop button. So the program is closed and I will close this emulator also. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how do we install this emulator in our computer. Okay, so for installing emulator, you have to go to the same Avd Manager. So now you can see I have one emulator which is already installed. So for your convenience, I'm going to delete that installation. So I'll click delete. Okay, now that device is now deleted. So in your case, when you go for this Avd Manager for the first time, it will be showing something like this. Okay, so when you are developing application in Flutter, you can develop an application for the phone or tablet, for the smartwatch, for the TV, for the CarPlay, or even for something else, right? Okay, so I'm going to click on create virtual device. For setting up the emulator, I'm going to click on create virtual device. So when I click the create virtual device, you can see the categories. There is TV, there is phone, there is Wear OS, tablet, automotive, right? So we'll go ahead and click on phone. And you can see many types of phones are available, like Pixel 2, Pixel 3, Nexus, foldable, many phones are there. So I'm going to choose like maybe Pixel 2. By default, they selected this one. So then I will click next button. So when I click the next button, you can see there is Android version, which Android version you want to install. So usually you can install any you like, but the testing is very easily done in like API level 28 and the processor 86 model processor, so it's better. So I'm going to use the Pi, then I click next. Okay, so you can give a name for the phone, so I'm giving like my phone. Just I'm giving my phone. You can keep all the defaults, you don't need to change anything here. So graphics and everything is here and you don't need to change anything here. Okay, then you can click on finish button. So usually for me this option is downloaded already, that's why it doesn't give me any other screen. For you maybe it will be giving you some screen showing downloading, so don't worry, it is okay. And what it will download the phone operating system from the Google's website and make it ready for you. Okay, so now my phone is ready for running. So you can see here this is Google Pixel. Then how do you run or test your app in a real device? For running or testing your app in a real device, you have to activate the developer mode in your device. Developer mode, for activating the developer mode, you have to go to settings, and in the settings somewhere you will find something called a build number, and you keep tapping the build number. If you tap the build number more than 5 times, your phone's developer mode will get activated. After that, what you have to do is like you will be having Type-C charging cable for your phone, USB cable. You connect that USB cable with your computer while Android Studio is open. So once you connect the phone, so you will see the phone here, correct? The phone which is like, so here you can see the phone name, which is this one. Instead of this one, you will see what your real device name here. For example, if it is Samsung Galaxy, so it will be showing Samsung Galaxy. So when you click that one and when you click the run button, that program will be running on your real device. Okay, so guys, today's topic was how to create a new project and how to set up emulator or real device for running or testing your project. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you understand, and make sure that you subscribe, like, share and comment this video. I'll see you in another video soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye.